one of my favorite questions, I always say that, is can you share with us, 2 or 3 people that, and I know there's probably more, but 2 or 3 people that have been major influencers in your life?
There's actually a number of people in Mars who've made me who I am today in terms of a leader. But I will call out Aileen, who used to be the CHRO of Mars, not only because she's always been there with the next great job whenever I didn't think I was ready yet, but she also saved me at a really critical point in time when I came back after my second child. I was promoted out of maternity leave, and I loved it, but I also struggled with it. With the juggling of home and work. And so one day I rang her and I said, Aileen, I think I need to resign. And she said, why would you do that? Where are you going? And I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just struggling. And you put all this trust in me. You promoted me out of maternity leave. And now I feel I'm not living up to this. And she saved me at the time. We found a different job, a local job. I worked more hours than in the one that she had previously given me, but psychologically it just did something. So I will never forget how people have been there like her in moments that were great because they fostered my career, but also when I probably needed it most. And the person, or one of the people, I'm sure there's many, but one of the people that has always inspired me is Kofi Annan. And there's many great quotes from him. One is, "You're never too young to lead and never too old to learn," which which gives me the goose pimples whenever I read it or hear it, because it's so true. It's about daring to lead at any age and following your heart. And it's about that growth mindset that we should never stop learning. And with what he's done at the UN, I think it speaks for inclusion at world level, and that the big problems are only best tackled together.
Yeah, that's a brilliant thing. In fact, I had that discussion with someone recently that we were putting into a position reporting to a younger person, and I needed to know that they are totally okay with that. And the person that we put in was not only okay with it, but was excited about it from what they would learn from the young person and vice versa. So it's really cool that you mentioned that, because you can either go in it with a good attitude or a dumb attitude. And exactly. So it's pretty cool. Anybody else really quick you want to shout out to? My great aunt. She was a nurse in the and as early as the late 1920s. She was a very self-reliant, educated woman of her day and age. She was the one who probably made sure my mother survived the Second World War, because they had to flee what is today Poland. And I've always admired her courage and her pragmatism, to make sure what is necessary in life is being done. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all of those. But she should know, if you could tell her, that last year was Florence Nightingale's 200th anniversary. And so when you talk about what she did, it reminded me of her, because there was a lot of great women back then that didn't get their dues, if you will. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing all that. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Mark. It's been my pleasure.